It's a beautiful sunny morning, so let's chat. Hey girl, why don't you believe in yourself? You need to understand that one of the greatest powers that you hold as a person is the power to believe in yourself. You are the source, and once you believe in yourself, once you believe that anything you set your mind to, you can achieve, then you open yourself up to so many opportunities. It's crazy. Let me tell you that the limits that you ever set for yourself in this lifetime, they will act as a boundary past which you can never operate, past which you can never create a reality. Once you start believing in yourself, then you break those boundaries. You expand the horizons on which you can create your reality. Start believing in yourself. That belief in itself is so powerful that not even the sky is going to be the limit for you. There's someone I know, I vouch for them all the time, and they tell them, why don't you go for a managerial position in your work? And they're always like, well, I can't. I don't have this. I don't have that. And the reality is she has more than 10 years experience and she's really competent at her job, but she would never try, not even apply for that position, but even try to envision herself in that position, because she has put herself in a box where she is never a manager. She is never in a leadership position. No one is downplaying her experience. No one is downplaying her competence. She herself is downplaying her competence. And a lot of people do this. They downplay what they are capable of. They downplay their experience. They downplay their education. They downplay themselves. And in that way, the world downplays them. Before the world makes you small, you have to make yourself small. Once you make yourself big, the world, reality, has no option but to obey who you have become. You need to understand that you are the source. You need to understand that once you have fought the enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm. Why don't you believe in yourself? You need to start believing that anything but you set your mind to is possible for you. Stop putting yourself in a prison. Stop putting boundaries around yourself. Why are you so tense about what you can achieve in your life? Try different things. Challenge yourself. Allow yourself to grow. Give yourself space to grow. Stop trying to shrink yourself into certain spaces. Allow yourself. Be big enough. Be loud. You are enough. Understand this. Once you have confidence in yourself, other people are going to obey who you are, who you have become. It is you that creates that reality. Once you have mastered that reality internally, the external world will have no option but to obey who you are. Even for me, even in like things that I do, once I believe and I set my mind to I'm gonna achieve this, nothing stops me. Even with simple things such as working out, once I say that I'm gonna achieve this goal, I'm gonna lose this amount, and I truly believe that I can do this within a certain period of time, then nothing comes in between me and that goal. Once you have broken those limits, nothing can come between you and that goal. It is the limits that you've set for yourself. No one is setting these limits for you. I need you to understand this. It is the limits that you have set for yourself that come in between you and the goals that you have for yourself in this lifetime. You are going to, be stuck in this loop where you never achieve your goals. You're going to be stuck in these situations where year after year you're setting the same goals because you never achieve them. Not because you can't, not because you don't have the potential, not because you're not good enough, but because the limits that you've set for yourself, they act as walls past which you cannot operate, past which you cannot create a different reality. Once you bring down those walls, once you bring down those limits, then it is possible for you to create a different reality. Then it is possible for you to achieve your goals and so much more. You're going to achieve so much more than you believe you can once you bring down those walls. But once you put yourself in a box or a prison, you're going to live in that prison for the rest of your life. You need to understand that you hold the keys to this prison. Release yourself. Release yourself from this prison. Break down those walls so that you can start creating a different reality, so that you can start achieving your goals and, even so much more than you believe you're capable of. Everything starts with you. And once you understand that, it is you that holds this power, then you are going to start achieving greatness. For you to even start moving with intention, and that is taking action that is aligned with your goals, you need to believe that that goal is achievable for me. Once you believe that something is achievable for you, it becomes so much easier for you to take inspired action. But once you believe that, oh my gosh, that isn't for me, that managerial position is not for me, I'm not qualified as a leader, once you have these many walls surrounding you, it is impossible for you to take inspired action. The message for today is for you to understand that you are the source. It is for you to start believing in yourself. It is for you to understand that you hold the keys. Any day you want to walk out of this prison that you've held yourself in for these many years, you can open the door and walk out of this prison. Understand you hold the power. Okay, that is the message I had for today. Till next time, love you and bye.